Hello, this is Betsy. Welcome to a point rider tutorial on horses. The previous tutorial that I had recorded is now pretty out of date. It was made during one of the early snapshots of the 1.6 that was at that point not even released yet, and they have changed a lot of things between then and now, so that video is super out of date. So I thought I would take a minute to go through some of the information about horses again and make sure that this now is more up to date. So I'm going to cover the colors, the basics again, but a little faster than I did before. So the horses come in 7 different colors, base colors, and then there are 4 treatments done to those colors besides just the plain. So the base colors are black, starting there, then the dapple gray, white, that's dark bay. I kind of think it's dark brown. I think that mane is brown rather than black, but dark bay. Bay, which is, you can see the two together. This one's much darker than that one. This one's, bay is a reddish brown color with a black mane and tail. That's bay. Yes, I'm talking to you. Dark brown is, see, that looks brown to me. Anyway, whatever. Bay. Bay, dark bay. Then the next one we have is buckskin. As I was saying before, if this was done, there would be a black line down its back. So that is buckskin. And then this is called flaxen chestnut. Chestnut is brown with a brown mane, lighter colored mane. I still think that looks like roan, but flaxen chestnut is what it's called on Wikipedia. So those are the 7 base colors, and then to each of these colors, to make additional colors, they have added what I am calling kind of a pattern or a treatment. So this is the plain color right here, the standard base coat, and the buckskin is the only one that has a blaze. All of the other plain colored horses, none of them have a blaze or a nose spot. He's got a little spot on his nose and a blaze. He's the only one. The next color, then, this is the first color treatment over it. This is stockings. So you can see the white stockings there and a blaze. So as we look, this one's got it, and then all the ones down here. It's kind of hard to tell on the white one, but if he were to turn, you could see he's got that white blaze. So it's not very different from these two because he already had a blaze, but I think it might be a little bit longer, but anyway, whatever. The next one is, this is called, in Wikipedia, they call this sooty. I was calling it a dark saddle, but basically it's kind of dark dapple spots over the base coat. So you can see there's the roan one with the sooty coat, and then here's the bay with the sooty coat. It's really hard to tell on the black. The white's really pretty. So that's the sooty. Then we have pinto, which is big white spots over the base coat. So there's the buckskin, and then here's the bay, and you can see the dark brown. Again, white's really hard to tell, but this coat, the color pattern is the same for all of, you can kind of see the spot on the face looks exactly the same, and the shoulder marking is the same for each one. So it's the same exact color laid over the base coat. And then the last one is called Snowflake Appaloosa, little white spots. So again, you can kind of look up and down the row and see all of the spots. You can really see the white one there, kind of white with white spots, gray and black in the very back. So that's 4 color treatments plus the plain on 7 different colors gives us 35 different colors of horse. Now the other 2 breeds of, they're not really horses, but they're in the horse family, is the donkey and the mule. Now the horses and the donkeys are the only ones that occur naturally in Minecraft. They are rare mobs that spawn in the prairie biome. The donkeys are apparently really rare, although we ran into a ton here when we finally did find the horses. And then if you breed a horse and a donkey together, you get a mule. Now, all of the mules look exactly the same no matter what color horse you breed to the donkey. It always comes out with this kind of a dark brown. It's got kind of the same shape as it's, I think it might be a little bit taller maybe. so it's got the same long ears and the same nose patch, but it's this dark brown. But the mule is always this color, and the donkey is always this color. So those are the three naturally occurring horse breeds. So that had me kind of confused at the beginning when they were talking about horse breeds. I was looking at all of these colors and thinking that these were different breeds, but horse is one breed, donkey is one breed, mule is one breed, and then there's two. I don't know how they occur they're not naturally occurring, but they're the two undead, skeleton horses and zombie horses. So that makes the 5 different horse breeds. The other thing I wanted to show you in this video was how to craft some of the items that you will need if you are going to be keeping horses. Now obviously you need gates and fences. I'm not going to show you how to make them here, although I will show you one thing. Horses don't go through one wide gates. They're actually a little bit wider than one block. So if you want them to go through a gate or have a gate for them to go through, you actually have to have 2 side by side, and if I opened this other one he'd come out. So, and it still leaves this pillar in the middle and it looks like it wouldn't work, but they'll walk through that. But you have to have 2 gates in order to have a pen that will allow a horse to go in and out. So now let's go ahead and craft some of the things that you will need to keep horses. So we'll need hay bales, and to make a hay bale it is 9 wheat, and that will construct a hay bale. Now if I make this hay bale, a lot of the things that you make in this grid format, once you have crafted it, if you put this back in here you get, oh, now that used to not work. Now you can get your 9 wheat back. They must have just fixed that in 1.6.2, because I could swear you couldn't do that. But anyway, so that's how you make a hay bale. Then we have leads, and that takes string and a slime ball to make 2 leads. So 4 string, 1 slime ball in this configuration will make 2 leads. For breeding horses, you either need golden apples or golden carrots. One of the other changes that they made in I think it was 1.6, well, it was 1.6.1 or 1.6.0, was they made golden apples more expensive. It used to be that you could make a golden apple with nuggets, and that doesn't work anymore. So actually what you have to have are the old gold ingots to make a golden apple. So they're super expensive. However, you can also breed horses with a golden carrot, and those are still nuggets. So if you're looking for something to breed horses and you don't have a lot of gold, use a carrot. So then I also wanted to show you what you can feed them. These are the different things that the horses will eat. These both heal, they'll speed up your chances for taming a horse, which I'll show in the next video, and then they also they speed the growth of the babies. So these are the different foods. The only thing is the hay bale does not increase the taming probability. So these foods will work to make the horses easier to tame, except hay bale. But the hay bale is the thing that speeds the growth, one of the fastest, although not the golden apple's the fastest for that, but the hay bale heals the fastest. So I'll put the statistics for each one of these foods and some annotations along here so that you guys can see that. But that's the attributes of the food. The last thing I wanted to cover is the things that you cannot craft for horses, that you're going to have to find in fortresses or strongholds or abandoned mine shafts, the mine carts and abandoned mine shafts. That's the horse armor, the saddle, and the name tags. Now with the horse armor, there's 3 different kinds, and the interesting thing that I found out, so in character armor, gold armor is not very durable, so even though it has a little bit better protection than iron, it's not as durable, so it wears out a lot faster. So I don't know about you guys, but we rarely use gold armor unless we don't have any other choice. But horse armor, at least for right now, has infinite durability. So it never wears out, so we get to go back to the protectiveness of the different types of what they're made of. So in this instance, the iron horse armor is not as strong as the gold horse armor, and since they both last forever, the gold horse armor is better than iron. Of course, diamond is better than either of those two, but if you have your choice between gold or iron, in this instance, you'll want to choose the gold. So in the next video, I will talk about taming horses. But for right now, this will get you a little bit of a start on the colors and where to find them. And next we'll look at taming and riding. So until then, this is Betsy signing off. Take care.